Welcome back to everyone to Final Fantasy 14 here. I kinda already started the video before I realized that my microphone was on pause. So we've already gone through a little bit of the dialogue here, but I'll keep in the part that I forgot to record on anyways. Anyways, it's the day after Shadowbringers has come out. There's been a lot of different changes with the text that I have and whatnot. Like, I've lost Sword Oath, Flash, Shield Swipe, a couple of things that I regularly use, and it's been changed around quite a bit. So let's go ahead and continue with the dialogue here. The editor is busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Move away, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision or no? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. Alright. Don't remember where a White Brim Front is, to be honest. Oh, that's just up that way, okay. We also should have enough currency, I think, for the last thing we have, which I believe was the helmet, if I remember correctly. Okay, this is a bit farther than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, we lost, whatever the other thing was. I think it was Savage Blade. Don't have that anymore. Instead, Riot Blade has become the comboer from Fast Blade to Rage of Hollow now. And it's lost its MP boost. So that is kind of curious. Do I go upwards here? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Okay, yeah. I was just kind of confused there for a moment. Oh, this is the Spiral spot. It's been a while. It's been like a month since I played this game, to be honest. I've been working on some other ones that don't require me to voice over on them, like Worlds Adrift and Eldiven, whatever you call it. There she is, none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you will be so kind. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration. And one for which we have Narin to thank. Yes, you're right, of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, cannot have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there's the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Gillamont is the caravan ready. The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revan's Toll. That I have no doubt. I take it these self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House of Fortem's caravan. Less the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes, scarcely a fraction of what was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. On an unrelated note, Narn, might I trouble you accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk a life and limb to stop Iceheart. Took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I'm told. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. Okay, and Camp Dragonhead we can just go ahead and go to. What were you thinking, Narn, wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficiently forewarning to complete a ritual to summon Shiva anyway? And then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat? By the Fury, Narn, 'tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was, forced to wait, condemned to wander at the fate of my dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you're here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Ermic wished to have words with you and Master Alphanod in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. I think I have to go outside for that, if I remember correctly. Let's see how things go now.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgardsormr could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind?
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Okay. Go ahead and take that blade there. Assume we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva, Faisal President, necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes the primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Azazel who could summon primals, but our civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Azaria campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all of Galamad. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Narn, it is better that we continue this conversation at Mor Donah. Okay. We have to head that way anyways to get our, helmet piece. Alright, we made it. But we have to head this way. Let me check real quick to make sure I have, Yeah, okay. And we got our helmet. So that is an interesting bit there. Let's take a look at this sword. That's an item level 110. And it does indeed do more damage than what we have at the moment. Let me see, actually. Yeah, huh. That's interesting. At the moment, we are 111 item level. And on this side, we have a full set of 120s, but on this side, we're still missing... We can actually get accessories for our set here. Which looks like it would cost us about, like, I don't know, about 500 poetics or something like that. I'm curious to see if the helmet will stay on for the cutscenes or not. Guess we're gonna find out pretty quickly here. Alright.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Master Louisoix's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogglmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Alrighty, we got our stuff here. Looks like the helmet does stay on for the cutscenes. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. Oh, a shield, huh? I mean to scare the annals for knowledge of Midgarstium. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Did you hear that? A commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? Narn, 'tis well at your hand. We have a problem. Royale has escaped. Happened shortly after the Immoral Flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. His plane she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Royale quitting the city via the Gate of Nald, with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Midarium, I am certain of it. With her fate in Irizal as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilberd and the First are hot upon Royale's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Blue Fog and join the hunt. Alright, we'll head to, Northern Thonalon then. Hey, thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with the soldiers here. Say that Royale walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Reborn's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. Royale must not be allowed to reach Castrum Midarium. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, I want to actually take the car, I think. Oh, the stuff around here still wants to play with me. I wonder what dungeon that is right there. Anyways, we're here. Yeah, it looks like we have a battle on our hands. This wretch was with Royale. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own. God's damn harpy. With me, Scion, we almost have her. Looks like this is gonna be the big fight. How many are there? Pretty sure it's this person we need to take out. Oh boy, Elbert's about to die over there. Yeah, I messed that up. Yeah, let's not screw that up this time. Yeah, go ahead and skip this cutscene. We can go ahead and start. Yeah, I want to check out this one first. Oh, come on. I guess I have to not, like, focus on, Royale or whatever at the beginning. I have to just destroy all the rest of them. Because otherwise I don't see a way that works. We did get farther that time, though. Okay. Come on! How does this work? Come on. Don't know how I keep on failing this. I guess I'll have to keep my threat up the entire time and just keep all the enemies on me, because if I allow Ibrid there to be hit, then we lose, so... Guess that's how that's gonna be. did not ask for that. Okay, this is working much better. These AoEs are pretty interesting, though. Okay, things seem to be a lot better this time around. And we finished it this time. Bind her and do it tight. Yes, sir. Good work, men. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. What do you even know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. Think it your God's-given right to rule over others. You know not of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. Did what I did to survive, stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine if fools imagine me a paragon when I join the flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you the only person to ever have suffered. In case you've forgotten, Reborn himself was born to poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we were dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we different, then? It is true that we are both mercenaries of lowly birth. And it's true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But when I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me more than one thing, it's that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You'll return to Rudal to face justice, and the people whose trust you dragged through the gutter. Not so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that the sword and business is finally at an end. Friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Reborn chose his. Alright, I guess I'll take the shield, why not?
I have heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Reborn. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Seems like things are getting pretty bad. Captain Ilbert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of our miraculous escape. When we've completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Reborn, and that should be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend, and thanks. But I have one task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Mephilia of all that has happened. I'm aware that the incident held Royal in hard regard. For better or worse, she'll still want to know how this tale ends. Alright, we can do that.